Yo, what is up, you guys? In today's video, every time I start filming, every time, I'm telling you, that's why y'all don't see me too often. Either way, I wanted to discuss why I feel as though relationships are harder to maintain / obtain as we get older. I'm noticing with me getting older, it's like, damn, like, why don't I have as many friends as I used to have? You know, we used to run deep, even though I'm more of an acquaintance. Even acquaintances, like, we used to run deep. What's going on? You know? So I want to discuss that, why I feel like that's happening. And tell me what you think. Let's go. Okay, guys, so one of the reasons why I feel like it's harder to maintain / cultivate relationships as you get older is because we are not in the same spaces anymore. High school, college, even middle school. Some of my dogs from middle school, we used to see each other on a consistent basis. We used to build up that rapport, and sometimes you just get along with people because you're just with them often. Like, you just with them often. So it's like, you know what, I might as well be my friend, you know? So when that's taken away from us, and yes, we still have work, but the jobs that we are working today, at least I am working today, you may not sit next to nobody that you could kiki with. The person next to you may be someone that's middle-aged with 3 or 4 kids, husband or wife. Like, it's a different space. Not saying you can't be their friend, but I'm just saying, as far as, you get what I'm saying. I don't want to over explain this. You get what I'm saying, right? Cool. We're not frequenting the same spaces, and I think that's one of the ways it's more difficult. Another reason why I feel like it's harder to maintain / cultivate relationships is because our emotional intelligence is either increasing or decreasing, and our prefrontal cortex is developing. So with life, that's going to make you either a little more rigid to certain experiences or more compassionate, and depending on that, you know, it can affect your relationships. I think when we're younger, we don't have as many boundaries as we should. So we are friends with some people that aren't the most beneficial to us. And we know that, like, deep down in our little bellies, or your big bellies, whichever one you have, you're beautiful regardless. Deep down in our little or big bellies, we know, like, damn, like, what did they mean by that? Like, what was that supposed to mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know when, okay, something feels a little off. But since you don't have the boundaries and even just the self-confidence to remove yourself from certain situations, you don't. But as you get older, you develop more confidence in yourself and in your voice and in your opinion, hopefully. And if you aren't, start. And you're like, wait a minute, I don't have to why can't I speak? I don't have to deal with anyone that doesn't treat me right. You know, like, I want to be around people that treat me right. And also with the prefrontal cortex, when you're smarter and you're able to rationalize what you're doing and the outcomes of what you're doing, you're able to put yourself in better circumstances. So if someone that could be a friend of yours is consistently doing things that are like, okay, that's not very prefrontal cortex of you. That's not very prefrontal cortex of you. It can be a turnoff, and you may distance yourself because of that. So it's just different things. It's like, okay, you're not as mature as I want you to be. As we, like, the thing is, when we were younger, everything was freaking funny. I'm still, like, I still be laughing to this day, but I don't laugh as much. Like, I don't laugh as much, right? So it's like, let's actually have a little more seriousness to this conversation. Let's actually, you know, be adults right now. We're the new adults, you know? And it's not showing. And that can turn somebody off. Another one for me is effort. I don't want to say it's harder to show up for people, but with life, circumstances, work, yourself, it's like damn, you know? And I don't want to say that it's harder. It's just gonna take more from you, you know? The price of community is inconvenience. So if you're not feeling the best, like right now I got a little bit of a headache, low-key, but if someone wanted to link me, and I'm also showing up and doing this, right, with my little headache. So if someone wanted to link me that I'm building a relationship with or already have a relationship with, even though I have this itty-bitty headache, I may still go out there because maybe we haven't seen each other in a couple months, you know? So it's just about showing up, and, you know, and not everyone views that as worth it. Some people refer to themselves as the low maintenance friend. I used to think that I was a low maintenance friend, but then I'm like, actually I'm really not. I'm only low maintenance when it comes to linking, especially like if it's cold out. But other than that, no, I do want to know how you're doing. I do want to see you. I do want to talk to you, like all that. Yes, 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 you know? And my next one is different chapters. And if you're in these 20-somethings with me, or you used to be in these 20-somethings or approaching, people are, like, where everyone is so different. Some people are married with children. Some people are getting engaged. Some people are in school. Some people working a 9-to-5. Some people working part-time. Some people just chilling. So like, it's just like, it's different. So one person may have more time than the next, or less free time than the next, and it can just clash, and people may take things the wrong way if you don't want to hang out with them because you're tired after work, but they you know, they didn't do anything to, it's just different, you know, it's different chapters. Or even with the marriage and the children, you may not be able to relate anymore to the friends that you used to have that don't have kids or children, and they're also not trying to continuously make you feel a part of their world. I'm not a mother and I don't know what that feels like, but I can just assume, you know, that may not feel good, you know, or even a father. Like, you can't just get up and go anymore, you know? Marriage too, like, you can't just get up and go. I never had a problem with that. That's why I know I'll be fine. Because I don't really want to go nowhere anyways. so yeah, you know, it's different. Y'all, another one is social media creating this false sense of community. Yes, we have our besties on Instagram and TikTok, the ones that we, you know, comment on their pictures, like their stories, whatever. You don't know those people like that, unless you do know those people like that. But the ones that you don't know like that, you don't know them. Are you inviting them to your birthday party, your baby shower, your wedding? No. And even if you are inviting these people to these places, I still think it's very important to check in with them. Just because people are showing, you know, them out to eat, them on vacation, doesn't necessarily mean they're good. There was a lot of trying times that I've experienced in the past, and I hope they're all in the past, you know, just with life. And I showed up on social media like everything was hunky freaking dory. You don't know how I am. You don't know how I'm doing. You don't know how these people are doing. Check in with them. Check in. It's so important to check in. Like, you can see somebody on social media, they having the time of their life. They may be so sad. Seriously. Like, I be posting a whole bunch of funny stuff on social media. I may be laughing for a couple minutes, but that don't mean I'm laughing right now. Didn't I say didn't I tell you I'm laughing less now? Check in on your friends that are laughing less, all right? But yes, you guys, that was my list on why I feel like it's been harder as you get older, as I get older. If you have any other commentary on why you think, tell me. I'm all ears. All ears. I'm all ears. You can tell me for sure, for sure. But yeah, I don't want to ramble. I don't want to make this video too long. I did share with you I have a headache, and that was true. I hope you like my getup today. Yeah. Let's sign you off this.